Continue now at the top of Daf Zayin and Beis Meseches Yoma. This is Yoma Daf 7b. The Gemara is in the middle of bringing a brisa that supports Rav Nachman's position that Tumah is Hutra B'tzibur. The brisa says that the tzitz is meratza for a particular sin when it comes to a carbon, and the brisa said it can't be talking about pigul, can't be talking about nosar. Ha'eino nosei elo avon Tumah. So the brisa says it must be that the tzitz is being meratza for the sin of Tumah. Shehutra michlala b'tzibur, because we find that when it comes to Tumah, when you have a carbon tzibur, it's hutra b'tzibur. You see explicitly in this brisa that tumah is hutra b'tzibur, like Rav Nachman, meaning it's totally permitted by a carbon tzibur. It's not dechuya, it's not pushed off, but it's completely permitted. Rashi over here explains, ha'eno nosei halosha me'atu me'atu yatamotze she'en nosei ela avon carbon tumah. What the brisa means when it says me'ata is that now that we've eliminated all possibilities, the only thing left that the tzitz is meratza for is a carbon tumah. Now why are we so lenient when it comes to a carbon that's brought b'tumah? Because we find another leniency by Tumah. We find that if you have a carbon tzibur, it's hutra, even though b'yachid there's an isser. Therefore, when it comes to the carbon yachid as well, there's going to be a kula. Carbon yachid. By a carbon yachid, the tzitz is going to be meratza. Katani miha. So in any case, it says in this brisa shehutra b'tzibur that the Tumah is hutra b'tzibur. Alma heter b'tzibur. You see that Tumah is permitted b'tzibur. It's not simply pushed off. And the Gemara says v'kasha Rav Sheshes. Therefore, this brisa is a kasha against Rav Sheshes. And the Gemara answers tanaihi. It's actually a machlokas tanoim. The Tanya, as we learned in a brisa, tzitz, when it comes to the tzitz, bein sheyeshno al metzcha, whether the kohen gadol is wearing it on his forehead, bein sheino al metzcha, whether he's not wearing it on his forehead, meratza, it's going to be meratza. Divrei Rabbi Shimon. That's Rabbi Shimon's opinion. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rabbi Yehuda says odeyu al metzcha meratza. If it's while it's on his forehead, then it's meratza. Eino deo al metzcha, but if it's not on his forehead, eino meratza. It's not going to be meratza. Rashi over here explains, bein sheyeshno atzitz al metzcho shel kohen gadol kesheira tuma ala carbon. Whether it is on his forehead at the time of the tumah or not, it doesn't make any difference. That's the position of Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Yehuda says, no, it's only meratza when it's on his forehead when he's wearing it. So Amar lo Rabbi Shimon. So Rabbi Shimon says to Rabbi Yehuda, Kohen Gadol b'Yom Kippurim yochiach. We should be able to prove my side from the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur. She'eino deyu al metzcha, because he's not wearing it, umeratza, and it's still going to be meratza. Rashi over here says, Yoma Kippurim eino al metzcha b'shas avodas hayom. During the avoda, he's not wearing it. Hapnimis, when he goes inside, she'eino nichnas lifnim b'vigdei zav. When he goes to do the avoda in the kadshei kadashim, he doesn't wear the bigdei zav. He doesn't wear all of the begadim of the kohen gadol, so he doesn't wear the tzitz. So that should prove that it's meratza even in that situation, because again on Yom Kippurim, he's not wearing it throughout the avoda. So Amar lo Rabbi Yehuda. So Rabbi Yehuda responds to Rabbi Shimon, Hanach lekohen gadol b'Yom Kippurim. Leave aside the situation of a kohen gadol on Yom Kippur. Shetuma hutra lo b'tzibur, because in that situation it's a carbon tzibur, and tuma is hutra b'tzibur, so therefore it's an exception. And Rashi over here says Shetuma hutra lo shekulo carbon tzibur, meaning the entire Yom Kippur is a carbon tzibur. V'yeino tzarich l'ratzuyei tzitz. There's no need for the tzitz to be meratza. So that's Rabbi Yehuda's response. You don't have to worry on Yom Kippur. In any case, what's Rabbi Yehuda saying? He's saying Tumah hutra b'tzibur, like Rav Nachman, and Michlal, that implies the Rabbi Shimon savar, that Rabbi Shimon holds, he disagrees with Rabbi Yehuda, and he holds Tumah dechuya hi b'tzibur, that Tumah is dechuya b'tzibur, that's not hutra b'tzibur, like Rav Sheshes. You see that it's a machlokas tanoim. Rashi says Michlal, the Rabbi Shimon savar dechuya hi v'tzitz hu demeratza Allah, and the tzitz is being meratza, it's dechuya b'tzibur, and you require the tzitz. That's Rabbi Shimon's whole point, that even on Yom Kippur we require the tzitz, and even though he's not wearing the tzitz, it's meratza v'hainu tanoi. Therefore, you see that it's a machlokas tanoim, and so the Gemara accepts that it is indeed a machlokas tanoim, whether Tumah is hutra b'tzibur or Tumah is dechuya b'tzibur. And the Gemara now continues just analyzing the machlokas Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Shimon independently. Amar Abaya says, "B'nishbar atzitz t'kuli alma lo pligi de lo meratza." Let's say the tzitz was broken, then everybody agrees it's not meratza. That's not a machlokas between Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Yehuda. Even Rabbi Shimon agrees that the tzitz is not meratza in such a situation. Ki pligi de tali b'sichsa. What are they arguing about when it's hanging on a peg? Meaning when it's fine, it's not broken, but he's not wearing it. Rabbi Yehuda savar al meitzach v'nasa. Rabbi Yehuda says it that it carries the sin. It's meratza when it's al meitzach, when it's on his forehead. Rabbi Shimon Savar, Rabbi Shimon holds Tamid l'ratzon l'fnei Hashem. It's Tamid a ratzon for Hashem, meaning it is always miratza. My Tamid, what does it mean Tamid? Ilema Tamid al metzcha. If you think it means that he has to always wear it on his forehead, mimashkachas, is it possible that the Kohen Gadol never takes off the tzitz? Milo boy mei lebeis hakisei, doesn't he need to go to the bathroom sometimes? Umilo boy meinam, doesn't he need to sleep sometimes? Elatamid miratzu, what the pasuk means is it's always miratza. That's the support for Rabbi Shimon's position. Rabbi Yehuda nami haksiv tamid. Now, according to Rabbi Yehuda, also doesn't it say the word tamid? Shouldn't that indicate that it's always miratza? The Gemara says no. How tamid shelo yasiach daitu mimenu. The word tamid over there means that he should never have a hesach hadas. He should never take his mind off of the tzitz. Kid Rabbi Bar Rav Huna, like Rabbi Bar Rav Huna says, Yoma Rabbi Bar Rav Huna, because Rabbi Bar Rav Huna says, Chayev Adam l'mashmesh b'tvilah b'chol shah v'shah. Person's wearing tefillin, he has to touch it, he has to feel it all the time. He should never have a hesach hadas that he has the tefillin on. Kal v'chomer mitzitz, and that's learned down from a kal v'chomer from tzitz. You see from the tzitz as well. That's what tamid means, that you shouldn't have a hesach hadas from the tzitz. Rashi over here says, Al meitzach v'nosa v'hoya al meitzach Aaron v'nosa Aaron es avon hakadoshim. It says it's going to be on his forehead and it's going to carry the sin. That's where we learn out that the tzitz is meratz, and we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Ches Amud Aleph.